All the content on this channel is for education or entertainment purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always remember to conduct your own research.
In today's video, we're going to be running through my US portfolio. And now this portfolio is at all-time highs. Really looking forward to doing this portfolio review. And the income's never been higher. The total profit's never been higher. Yes, it's only been a couple of months, but we are now at all-time highs. I have added some products in here, what are crypto related last week. And if you watched that portfolio review from last week, you've seen all the products actually didn't have a total return. This week's totally different story. They have all gone up. They're all doing really well. I think it's about time we jumped into it, and I can dig a little deep into the holdings as well so we can see exactly what is happening. We have my US portfolio. The value is $45,748.55. The total profit is now at all-time high, which is $1,907.51. That is up 4%, but please bear in mind this is only month 2 for the portfolio. The current yield is 58.85%. I am looking to lower this a little bit though. I think it's a bit higher minute, probably more like 30-40% long term. But all the products do seem to be doing well. It's just when we get into that market downturn, when the yield is so high, it's not really going to do too well. The annual now is $26,631.78. And this is going to be snowballing every week. The assets inside Interactive Brokers is now on drip. And the ones from Alpaca going to be compounding at the same time. And you can actually see that some are on drip. For example, I had 600 shares, and when it went on drip this week, I actually bought 4.94 shares of YMAG. So you can really see those compounding over time. Now, if you do that for a year or two, you can really see the shares you have increase by quite a lot. The top holding we have is BTGD. As we know, this is the Bitcoin and gold ETF. And this was actually negative last week. As you can see, Bitcoin's gone up. Now we've gone up 12.65%. It's a shame we only have one share, but I will be adding to this very slightly over the course of the next couple of months. Probably buying a share here and there with dividends to get a tiny bit of exposure to Bitcoin in here. So we've got a capital gain of $5.22, 0.1% allocation, looking to get a 5% allocation long term. I want to dig a little deeper in this portfolio review because I can show you the reason why I've actually bought some of these assets. BTGD, if we look at this, is a leveraged Bitcoin and gold ETF. So 100% Bitcoin, 100% gold. The 1 month it's up 20%. The 3 month it's 27%. And the 6 month we're up 75.93%. Year to date we're up 76%. And on the 1 year, we are up 128%. So you can understand why I bought this ETF. It's done really well. It pays hardly any dividend, says 0.11%. It is a pure growth play, and it's done absolutely amazing since inception. So that's the reason why I have that inside my portfolio. Next up, we have Blocks. This is the Nicholas Crypto Income ETF. So this actually only pays 50% of its income out, and it's got a growing NAV. It holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, and also any crypto related companies, usually high beta companies, but it is doing very well. So I'm up 10.6% on total return. The capital gains are $58.84. The dividends received are $4.10. So as you can see, I'm up on capital gains more than I've been paid. I've got 25 shares so far. I'm looking to get a 10% allocation in this. Currently, I only got 1.41%. So I think over this next month, the two that I really want to add to is Blocks and WPAY. And let me show you the reasoning why I invest in this product so far. So on the 7 day, we are up 14%. The 1 month, we're up 25%. This is total return. The 3 month, 28%. The 6 month, 45%. And the 1 year, 45%. And if we look on price alone, we're up 35% on price alone, which is absolutely great. As you can see, some of these products that I've actually picked for this portfolio are not pure high yield. So we've got GPTY, we've got BTGD, we've got blocks, we've got some of these kind of funds that actually are around the 30-40% yielders that pay weekly, but they still get growth inside the NAV, which is great to see. Absolutely amazing to see how you can generate that kind of yield and still get growth in the NAV and still have a 30% yield. Next up, we have YMAG, and this is doing absolutely great. I think this is the one I've got the most gain on so far. We've got 604 shares. We're up 7.62%. We've got a capital gain of $317.06. Dividends received of $441.13. Taxes paid are $66.16 and fees paid are 8 cents. Currently got a 20.45% allocation, trying to get this down to 12%. Currently just dripping back into this fund at the moment, not investing any more money, just letting the dividend drip back in. And we'll show you how we've been doing on total return so far. On the 1 month, we're up 4%, the 3 month, 12%, the 6 month, 42%, and the 1 year, 21%. But then if we look on a price return, this has actually gone down on price return. So it pays quite a high yield out, but yet you do get some NAV decrease in this fund. So you may have to reinvest back into the fund, but right now I'm not seeing that. All I'm seeing is NAV growth because of when I've invested, but that may change long term. Next up, we have NEO's Bitcoin High Income ETF, BTCI. I've currently only got 1 share of this. This is a monthly, but it's done pretty well so far. I'm up 6.63%. Currently 0.14% allocation. I do want to get this to around 5% long term. So capital gain at $2.84 and dividends received $1.34 and taxes paid 12 cents. I think this is one of the best Bitcoin high income ETFs out there. There's ones that pay higher dividends and ones that actually do beat on total returns, but I really like the strategy by NEOS. I really like these funds. Even if we just look on some price returns, 7% on the 1 month, 3.9% on the 3 month, 24% on the 6 month. So on the 1 year, it's 27% on share price alone, and the total return is 61%. I do really like this fund long term. I think it's a great one if you believe in Bitcoin. Next up, we have YMAX NVIDIA Options Income ETF. NVIDIA, currently got 100 shares. I am up 6.47% on this. The capital loss is $16. And the dividends received are $148.25. The dividends are covering a lot of the capital loss at the moment. 3.68%. Looking to get a 5% allocation. I have put this on drip now. So this will be buying more shares every month because this is a monthly. One thing I do want to say is YMAX have just released that they've changed all the prospectus for all the funds, so they can go from monthly to weekly. They're trying to figure out logistics on how to do it. If it is applicable now, they can change the payment frequency to whenever they want. If they can make it work, this is something that they are going to do. And I think over the next couple of months, we're going to start seeing some funds to go to weekly. And I think that's great. I think that's one of the downsides to some of the monthly single stocks by YMAX. And I think a lot of people are picking products like Rex shares and Round Hills because these are weekly compared to YMAX. It's been interesting to see the assets under management, if these do go to weekly, and how they would change over time. Whether people still stick with some certain providers rather than NVIDIA, for example. It'd be interesting to see what happens over the next year or so. Next up, we have YMAX, which is doing absolutely amazing. Currently got 1,206 shares. As you can see, the 6 shares are from dripping back in now, so this will be happening every single week, getting dripped back in. We're up 5%. Currently got a capital loss of $227.74. The dividends received are $1,192.30. Taxes paid $178.85 and fees paid are 8 cents. Current allocation is 37.78%. but I'm not buying any more YMAX. I'm letting it drip so we can get it down to that 12% allocation while we're adding money into other products. So let's have a look. This one is about total return. If you look at the year-to-date performance, it's 11% and the 1 year is 21%. 6 month is 39%, 3 months 5.78%, 1 month 5.92%, and the 7 day is 2.37%. So as you can see, we do get that total return, but also it's down 27% on share price. So you do have to reinvest some of that dividend in order to keep this stable. But when you do, you're still getting pretty high total returns. Some of these total returns are even beating the S&P on some of these products. Next up, we have LFGY, which is a bit of a funny one for me. This hasn't done that great. When you look at this downturn that we had, it's not done that great. But when you look at it from the downturn to here, it's done really good. If you look at the 6 month, the performance is nearly 50% from where that downturn is. But then when you expand year to date, it's only 10%. But I think it'd be interesting to see what happened if we never had this downturn, because I think this is up by quite a lot. Let's look at the 6 months, 48%. And it's had 12% growth in the NAV as well. So yeah, this is totally dependent on crypto. It says crypto and tech portfolio, but I think there's a lot of crypto related things in here. So this depends on how crypto goes. I'm a big believer in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is why you're seeing a lot of crypto things in my portfolio. Currently I have 3 shares, currently up 4.36% on total return. That is $4.67 on share price. We are 0.24% allocation, trying to get it to a 10% allocation. Next up, we have WPAY. And I think this one's going to do great long term. One thing I do want to say about Roundup products is they are leveraged at 1.2 times. So one thing you've got to appreciate is when you're using that amount of leverage to pay that income, what's going to happen in a downturn? You're going to get hit worse than an average product because you're going to go down 1.2 times. So that is something to be very aware of with these Roundup products. I'm not sure if people are just going to get out of these when we get some downturns and then buy back in. That may be a strategy to use. I think there's could have to be a lot of testing done with these Roundup products, but they're certainly going to work better than your average product in a bull market because you're getting that 1.2 times. And I've been in this product a week and I'm up 3.57%. The capital gain is $12.15 and the dividends received are $10.20. Taxes paid $1.52. So I think in a bull market, these products are going to work great. Currently got 1.3% allocation, want to get this to 11%. So this is one I really want to add to since we're in that bull environment at the moment. WPAY and blocks are 2 that I really want to add to over the next couple of weeks. Next up, we have Ulti. We have 2,535 shares. As you can see, we've had 35 shares dripped back in this week. Currently up 2.18%. Capital loss is $1,275.36. Dividends received $1,889.06. Taxes paid $283.37 and fees paid 20 cents. Currently I have a 30% allocation, but that will move down to 10%. I think it may even move down to less than 10% long term. I really want to watch how it performs because this uses highly volatile names into the fund, so it can drop in a heartbeat if the market drops. So that is one of the problems. If you look on performance, 2.42% on the 7 day, 6.55% on the 1 month, the 3 months 7%, the 6 months 45%, year to date 10%, and the 1 year 17%. So the last 6 months it's performed very well. But then if we look on price performance, it's actually up on the 6 month, 0.37%. But if you look year to date, it's down 39% on share price. There's a big difference since that strategy change in April. It's been basically flat. It's up 0.37%. So if we look at the total return from April to now, It's nearly 30%. So it's done well, but will it be able to maintain this kind of scenario? No idea. It's going to be a great one to monitor and see what happens.
In the past, I've had quite a lot of questions asking how I actually keep track of all my payouts, my dividends, and my portfolio snowballing each month. I use Snowball Analytics. It pulls everything into one dashboard so I can instantly see my cash flow strategy is really working. If you want to try this for yourself, I've got 10% off for you. Just use my code CashflowKing below. Links in the description. All right, let's jump back into the portfolio review.
Next up, we have GPTY, which is probably one of my favorite funds. We currently have 6 shares. And we're up 0.6%. We've only had one dividend payment, which is 37 cents. Taxes paid 5 cents, and the capital gains are $1.37. So as you can see, these lower yielding products, I say lower yielding, but they are for the US, like the 30%ers, 40%ers. They're kind of sweet spot, I think, because even these, we're getting high capital gains while we're getting dividends at the same time when the markets go up, which is great. 0.62% allocation. Trying to get this to a 10%. I think this is going to be a big holding long term. So on the 1 month, it's up 10%, 3 month, 8%, the 6 month, 56%. So it looks like we've all got 6 month data. Let's have a look, see on price return. So it's up 33% in 6 months on price return alone. So you can see why these products are doing really good, because they're getting that upside capture. They're getting the dividends, the 30-40% dividends every week. And then they're just snowballing, which is great. And one thing I did miss is having a quick look at WPAY. We haven't got much data. It's only been out a couple of weeks, so we'll see what we've got. So the 1 month, it's up 5.5% on share price, and performance is nearly 10%. But that's all data we've got. So it's doing well so far. Currently have $492.24 in the account, which I'll be doing something with sooner or later. Next up, we have the only 2 products what are red inside the portfolio. And that's because the underlyings are not doing too well. Elon Musk tweeted something about transgenderism and child abuse to do with Netflix, something on Netflix. I don't really want to dig too much into exactly what it was. But Elon Musk put a tweet out on Netflix, stock dropped by 5-10%. So the power of that man. So that is the reason why this is down. Let's have a look. So if we look on the 7-day, it's down 3.72 on the 7-day. So how's it been doing? It's down 6% on the 1 month, down 8% on the 3 month. On the 6 month, it's up 27%. Year to date, it's up 19%. And then the 1 year, it's up 39% on total return. And on the 1 year, it's down 9% on share price, which is probably ideal for a higher yielding product. So the 1 year is nearly 40% total return, which cannot be moaned at one bit. So we have 100 shares in Netflix. This one has gone on drip again, currently down minus 2.7%. Capital loss $120. Dividends received $87.09. Taxes paid are $13.07. Currently got a 3.45% allocation, but I am leaving that to go on drip. We'll get to 5% eventually. So the YMAX Meta Option Income ETF, which is the last one, FBY, currently got 100 shares. We are down minus 4.84%. And we got a capital loss of $174. The dividends received $107.86. Taxes paid $16.18. Currently have a 3.34% allocation and trying to get it to a 5%. Again, this one is on drip and it will do its thing to get up to the allocations. Have a look to see how it's been doing on performance. So it's down on the 7-day, minus 3.78. On the 1 month, it's down the same. It's up on the 3 month on performance. The 6 month, it's up 30%. Year to date, it's up 8%. And on the 1 year, it's up 10%. So what have we done on share price? Minus 25% on share price on the 1 year. I guess that dip really did hurt this fund. But if we look on the 6 month where that dip is, from there to now, we're up 7% on the NAV. Nice to see. But bear in mind that when these single stock products, they really do get hit in any downturn, we get all the downside. So that is a huge problem when it comes to single stocks, but you can also outperform with single stocks as well, which is great. That is all the holdings done. Let's have a quick look at the payment schedule again. So as you can see, we've got Monday blocks pays, ex-dividend day on Tuesday for WPAY, which pays on a Wednesday, and then ex-dividend day on Thursday for YMAX, which then pays on a Friday. It's really great to see this weekly. So right now I'm getting paid like 3 times a week. I know some people want to get paid every day, but I'm really happy with weekly payments. Just getting paid Monday, Wednesday and Friday is absolutely amazing anyway, compared to what we're used to with the monthly payments. Let's have a look at how the payments are actually doing. So right now the average is $2,220. August I got paid $1,500. September was $1,900. So it says in October, I'm looking at $2,533. So I'm happy if I just keep beating every month, keep adding and we keep beating till I get to my target. So I want around £50,000 annually from this portfolio, which if we just quickly work that out, so it's around $6,738 per month. So we've got some work to do with this portfolio, but it's going to be really nice. I think it's going to be easier to get there with this portfolio than it is the UK one. Just bear in mind though, these US portfolios subject to tax because they are not in an ISA. So you also have to take that into account. Let's have a look at some analytics. I like to look at the capital loss versus the actual total profit of the portfolio. So the capital loss is down 3% and the total profit is up 4.05%. So we can see that we're actually getting these dividends offsetting the capital loss on any taxes paid or anything like that. That is great to see. And this is only just a new portfolio. See how we're faring against the S&P? So the portfolio is behind the S&P, 0.36% only. So we're basically following the S&P. Really good to see. Let's have a look at some holdings performance, see what's working, see what's not. So we've got BTGD. This is all year-to-date holdings performance. Up 13%. Blocks is up 11%. YMAG is up 7.6%. BTCI is up 6.6%. NVIDIA is up 6.5%. YMAX is up 5%. LFGY is up 4.4%. WPAY is up 3.6%. Ulti is up 2.2%. GPTY is up 0.6%. NFLY is a loser, minus 2.7%, and FBY minus 4.8%. There's a theme in this portfolio and it's very simple. Limit single stocks while having a higher exposure to baskets and a Bitcoin and crypto theme, as that is what I believe in long term. So I've only bought underlines that I really believe in, watch the single stocks, and you can see the rest of baskets. And I really want to focus on baskets. I like them better long term than single stocks. Yes, you can outperform with some single stocks. For example, a lot of people are buying Robinhood ETFs right now, which are doing absolutely great. I've got nothing against that. I just think I'd rather buy something long term that I believe in that's going to keep paying. I'm not saying that Robinhood's not going to. It's just I don't really believe in that underlying so much. I think Robinhood's going to do great, but I just don't want that volatility inside my portfolio. I think I've got enough volatility having Ulti in there and there's some other products. Let's jump to the report. I think this is a great thing that I've seen so far. A good update from Snowball. Absolutely amazing. So it shows you your total profit. So in August, what was 125, 1,500 in September, and the total profit in October was 257. Just bear this in mind, I'm recording this on the 4th of October on the Saturday. So we've still got some weeks to go in October. So it'll be interesting to watch this total profit go up every single month, if that's going to be the case, or is it going to go down? It's great to see it from a month-on-month view, because you can only see your total profit right here all together. So being able to see your total profit on a month-on-month basis is really good. I really like this update by Snowball. They seem to be doing a lot of great updates at the moment. So thank you very much, guys. That's the review over. And if you are interested in me doing some videos on interactive brokers or alpaca, let me know in the comments below. That is something that I'm looking to do in the future if I get enough people wanting me to do it. And also, If you haven't seen my UK portfolio review where I've had buy income plus growth, it'll be on your screens right now. Thank you guys. See you in the next one.